Alright, welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, episode number 393. When I finished watching this episode, I realized, oh crap, I just caught up with all my anime. I'm like, awesome! So, we're here discussing the newest episode of the series, which is called Erase History, The Doomed of God Valley. Okay, let's go. History of the Erased, God Valley of Despair. So we started with something interesting though. We have Kuma. We see basically the first minutes from his eyes. Every time he closes his eyes, like certain point in the previous episode, and afterwards they start the rabbit competition. We're here. Apparently, all the citizens got these targets in their back, and they have to run away from the celestial dragons and the knights. Anyways, that's weird. Anyways, so. Yeah, so basically they're choosing life, and of course Kuma and Jenny, who debuted last episode, and of course Saint Saturn is there. Yes, somebody who was actually not there in the manga. No, yeah, the manga they never show him actually being there. It just here's Saint Saturn. The only reason I think they include him in here because, well, they probably need a reason to explain how the heck he knows Kuma. And of course, thanks to a fishman working with them, they're able to break the chains, and the goal is to get the prizes away from the Celestial Dragons. One of them happens to be the pawpaw fruit. The other is a fruit that turns a person to a dragon. Which, I know where that fruit ended up. That was Kaido. Yes. So, and then we see, get this, while this is going on, Garp is called by an admiral, saying something's happened in God Valley. So at first he's like, nah, I'm gonna relax and basically look at all these pretty ladies' bikinis. And he's learned that, by the way, Garp, Roger's gonna be there. He's like, why tell me sooner? I'm going. Yes. And then the Navy is sent out to this island, leaving Beehive. That's the name of the island that in present day is run by Blackbeard. So they get to the island, and then all of a sudden, Navy is attacked by the rock pirates. Yes. And they go to the shore. And the first person you hear Captain Rocks himself. But he does not make an appearance in the episode. And then, who are the rock pirates show up on the island first? The first one is, I kid you not, Whitebeard and Saucy, a young version of Saucy. We also see Shiki the Lion, which this is probably the first chronological appearance of the character, given the fact his only appearance prior to this was in the Strong World movie. Yes, seriously, where he met, of course, Luffy and got the crap beat by Luffy in the movie, which movie's awesome, by the way. I love Strong World. And we also see Big Mom, Kaido, and just like in present day, though weirdly enough for some weird reason, in the past, Big Mom is taller than Kaido. In present day, Kaido is taller than Big Mom. Is that funny? Kind of weird. Oh yeah, Shell's first time as a kid, which he does that in the anime too, so good enough for that. And we also see this beautiful one with a snake. Okay, so this woman with a snake looks exactly like a snake used Boa Hancock uses. Turns out this actually is the old lady who was actually Boa Hancock's predecessor as the ruler of the Kaiju Pirates. Gloriosa. In the past, apparently she used to be a tall woman. I'm like, did she somehow shrunk when she got older, or she got her legs blown off? It's not really clear here. So basically, it's doing things on her own. Roger himself shows up with Snapper Garp and Silverale, a young version of them. And of course, they rampage the own. Big Mom just happens to catch up with Kuma and a Ronkoff, which, by the way, this did not happen in the manga. This is completely made up for the episode. We see Kuma where he's got the fruit. Now, in the case of Ronkoff, basically, he has the fruit that I think this is the fruit that Kaido eats. Yes, the dragon fruit. But in the case of one that Kuma eats, yeah, he eats it. And then, of course, after briefly talking to Saint Saturn, Excuse me. And then, of course, then we cut to where apparently him, Ironkov, and Jenny have been teleported to the Serba Kingdom. And Ironkov does his own thing, which presumably leads to formation of his kingdom of basically guys who think they're women. And Jenny stays behind because needs to keep company. What happened to everybody else is not exactly very clear. All is known is that the place was destroyed by presumably the same thing destroyed the island from the... So, we're also introduced to a couple characters who... This episode does kind of feature their first chronological occurrence. Not this guy. Let's see here. We have the character of Gragago. Yes. We see in this episode as a child. We see him and Tots. Two people who later become members of the Bonnie Pirates. What are they at present day? Don't know. And they're here because they're bullying Kuma, which Jenny beats the crap out of them. And of course, Kuma uses his hands to remove their pain. Where the pain goes, we'll reveal later on. And apparently forms a stable friend. He's living in his old church. And he's also helping out. He's basically chopping wood because Jenny can't do it because she's not strong enough, but Kuma is. Now, by the way, Kuma at this point is 9 years old. He is asked by Jenny, when did you become a slave? When he was 4 years old. And given the fact his size, it is something of the fact that this kid is only 9 years old at this point. You think a man his size, he would be almost a teenager. Nope, he's 9. That's because he's a buccaneer. That's mainly the reason for it. And apparently, like his father, his father put his mom, because mom was so short, had her sitting on his shoulder while he carries all the logs. Similarly, with Kuma is basically carrying a log, and Jenny is sitting on a log. This is very similar to that. And that's it here. Overall, really fun episode. You think watching this scene here with Godfell, it's like maybe Toei should add a little bit more material here, but there's a lot more story they could tell here with this one. But who knows? But great episode overall. Can't wait for the next episode to air next week. Next up we have is it's basically a new chapter of the manga, where it's basically we first start with a 2-page spread. This is, of course, for the new chapter 1149, where in this image we see what looks like to be Bonnie in front. We also see a cat, Luffy, Zoro, Nami pouring ketchup, Sanji, looks like Mary, Lilith, she's actually one of the Vegapunks, Usopp, and I believe the other one might be, I'm not sure, it's not Robin. Nope. The chapter is called 1 Second. We see Gabon who takes on Saint Gerard, and somehow work like, oh, I'm rusty. And they proceed to brawl. It's like Thorn Solution. Mindy, we do Elbath. And we see, of course, Robin tries to help her, but she's trapped with the thorns. Apparently, Jinbei does know about them somehow. Probably because he was a warlord. Yeah, that's the main reason why he knows about Saint Gerard, because he was a warlord. So I'm sure, as a warlord, he probably was told details about stuff like this. So Thorn Hunt, and then eventually see, looks like not Saint Gerard. This actually is one of the knights get his head chopped off. He's like, you basically have Gavin basically looking for his kid. Like, I come. He beat him. Where are you going? Ouch. Yep, so he sliced him up, and then about all the kids basically, like, you have to burn down the school. Library, and of course Robin probably is not happy with this at all. It's your farts, your forefathers of history. Yep. Culture, children, troops. You don't take anything away. a crewmate of the King of Pirates. You resist the resistance means death to Hodges. It's Mr. Ya! Cullen! It's Mr. Ya's here! Don't stick on, don't do it. And apparently, yeah, it's his dad. It's like, he's gonna save him. And of course, basically, he sliced up like, I'm gonna kill him. Hang in there, Cullen, give me 1 second. Be a strong boy now. Okay, Daddy, I'm a warrior. Beat up this creep. He's not the creep, is actually a girl. Yep. And of course, stabs the kid. He's like very angry. Oh no. Oh no, I yield. And then he's hit by the arrows, falling over. He's like, for his head. Just, yeah. Allow me to show you the dominance of a god. Ooh, it's like, Brooke. Pardon me. Are you Brooke? Huh? Oh, great Emu. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Yep. And I'll have to wait till next week for this one. Yep. But yeah, fantastic episode. Chapter. Loved it. Give it a 10 out of 10. Yep. So yeah, that's a particular view. Please be sure to like and subscribe, turn notifications. I'm going back to watching Kamen Rider right now, okay? Thanks, you. Bye.